The Niro has been Kia's entry-level high-economy class car that offered everything from a standard hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, and full electric variants to help aid Kia's focus of mass-attainable electrification vehicles. The Niro has been available since 2016 as a 2017 model year, and for 2023 in the United States underwent major restyling inside and out with all new materials focusing on recycled fibers, bio-artificial leathers based on eucalyptus leaves, and a water-based paint, without benzene and toluene. The second generation SG2 Niros were first introduced in the 2021 at the Seoul Mobility Show in November of 2021 and to the United States in January of 2022. All Niros are built in the Haesong, South Korea, and our car was built in July of 2022.
Hey everyone, in today's in-depth walk-around review video, we are taking a look at this brand new 2023 Kia Niro. This is the hybrid electric vehicle. It is the SX Touring package and is painted in this absolutely stunning mid-century modern look Cityscape green. It is a slightly metallic green, accented by the satin silver and the black metallic accents. Does feature the dark charcoal interior. Full pricing is shown on screen, and a full options list is in the description box below. This will be a full in-depth review. We're going to cover everything from the outside to the interior, mechanical bits, fuel economy, and everything in between.
All Niros, regardless of powertrain or front-wheel drive. Our Touring hybrid is not of the plug-in hybrid variety, but rather the standard hybrid configuration. Primary power comes from the aluminum block and head constructed 1.6-liter dual overhead cam 16-valve gasoline direct injection Smart Stream G inline 4-cylinder engine with dual continuous variable valve timing and a 14:1 compression ratio. Paired with this engine is a transmission-mounted permanent magnet Secretus electric motor that makes 34 horsepower and 89 pound-feet of torque, with a combined output of 139 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. The Niro is equipped with 11.1 US gallon fuel capacity and consumes 2 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of 544 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 53 miles per gallon in the city, 45 miles per gallon on the highway, and a combined average of 49 miles per gallon. The sole transmission of our spec vehicle is a 6-speed dual-dry clutch Sportmatic automatic with manual shift capability via the shift lever or steering wheel paddles, along with driver adjustable eco and sport driving modes.
I've actually been waiting for the new Niro to come out, and it's finally here. And I love this color that it's presented in, Cityscape green. As stated before, it does look very mid-century modern Art Deco, and it is metallic. Alright, taking a look around the rear of the new Niro. As you can see, it does retain its hatchback format as the previous vehicle, although it is substantially different. It's a very dramatic style, a lot more aerodynamically correct here. The roof racks here, the roof rails, are actually aerodynamically styled to cut through the air, and they match the side blade here, or the C-pillar is what they call it. It is actually a black cherry metallic, and it looks really, really good. But it is active aero, so the wind actually is guided through here into these active channels here, and I believe it comes down here. It's kind of a unique thing. And then we have these unique taillights here, and they start up here in the roof line. They're LED segments, and they will go all the way down into this really aggressive V pattern. And then down below you have your turn indicators and your reverse lamps. Now this is the hybrid electric vehicle. This is not the full electric vehicle. So you do have an HEV badge here, and of course it does have a gasoline engine. Alright, and as we walk along the profile of the vehicle, its vehicle exterior dimensions are on screen. And as you can see, it still retains that hatchback look of the previous Niro, just in a much more modern and more futuristic format.
Steering is electrically assisted, vehicle speed sensitive, variable rate, rack and pinion with 2.57 turns lock to lock and a 34.8 foot turning radius. Wheels are the 18 by 7.5 inch black painted machined aluminums, shot in 225/45 R18 Continental Pro Contact AX all season low rolling resistance tires. Brakes are power assisted 4-wheel disc brakes with integrated electric booster support, ABS automatic emergency braking, electronic brake force distribution, forward collision avoidance with pedestrian detection, and electronic stability control.
And as we walk along the front, as you can see, it's a totally new design. We're going to go over all the details of it here in just a moment, but it looks really, really good. Low set headlamps, fog lamps in the middle. Has kind of an Audi e-tron look to it, just a little bit more stubby. Alright, and take a look at the front end of the all-new Niro. It looks totally different from the outgoing model, which is a good thing. And the outgoing model wasn't a bad little car, but this one looks really, really cool, especially in the Cityscape green. Now it's hard to see in here because of sunlight, but we do have turn repeaters here in the mirrors. And following down the hood line here, we have this little satin silver strip that goes into the pseudo tiger nose, kind of following the Seltos design language. Then we have these black bezeled clear lens LED headlamps, and we have this little heartbeat daytime running light here that also doubles as the turn indicator. It's kind of hard to see in camera, but it actually flashes between the white and the orange. Dual high beam and low beam LEDs. And down here we do have LED fog lamps. We also have front and rear parking sensors. The gloss black grille treatment. It's a very unique look, but it actually looks pretty good. Alright, and this vehicle does have a remote start as standard equipment. It's equipped on the back on this hold button here. Just lock the vehicle and then press and hold that button. Essentially what it does is it actually pre-charges the air conditioner. It also just basically doesn't start the engine unless the battery is low on charge. So it just preconditions everything. Alright, and before we get inside, let's take a look at the key fob. It is Kia's standard detonator style key fob, first introduced with the Stinger. It does have the new Kia logo here and the remote start button as we just shown. On the top we have a lock, unlock, our hatch release, and our panic alarm. And of course this vehicle is equipped with the smart key access system, so by keeping the key fob in your purse or pocket, you're able to lock and unlock the vehicle doors. It also has smart approach. As you can see, the vehicle is locked, and actually to lock it with the smart key, you can also press this indentation here. Now, if you want to unlock the vehicle, just simply grab the handle as you would open it. Alrighty, and so inside we are presented with a brand new interior. It's a very, very nicely crafted, very well styled interior, if I do say so myself. All new seats, all new materials. Taking a look at the door panels real quick. Full of soft touch materials on here. Piano black trim, satin silver trim. We've got 2 driver memory, power folding mirrors, power adjustable mirrors and locks, power windows, window lockout, more gloss piano black trim that gathers dust like nothing else, molded mat pockets with a bottle holder, the premium Harman Kardon sound system. And taking a look on the driver's side instrument panel, we have our instrument panel brightness and dim, hatch release, our 12-volt battery reset button, stability control. We do have a leather wrap tilt and telescoping steering wheel, Hood releases right here. We've also got satin silver pedals and a dead pedal. Premium Niro branded carpeted floor mats. Stainless steel entry. 8-way power driver's seat with 2-way adjustable lumbar support. And the passenger seat is a manual adjustable seat. Taking a look at the seats. Very, very comfortable, very supportive. Almost like they've been lifted out of the EV6. They do have high adjustable head restraints. They have this really nice perforated leatherette. Has a really neat texture to it. But the perforations come in handy because the seats are ventilated on this vehicle. Alrighty, so here we are inside the vehicle. As you can see, of course, electrically assisted power steering on a 2-spoke steering wheel that wouldn't look out of place in a Genesis. It is leather wrapped, and it does have this nice little satin silver character line that goes right through it. And we've got gloss black piano trim on both sides, the new Kia logo in a brushed stainless look, and down here is our drive mode selector. So going over the buttons, we do have our cruise controls, our trip menu controls, toggle through the menus and press OK. We also have lane departure warning. We have smart adaptive cruise controls, audio controls, so play, pause, repeat, up and down volume. And we have our shift paddles back here for manual shiftability. And we've also got on the right hand side our mode, so radio mode, Bluetooth and voice command controls, stereo volume control and mute, favorite button, and our phone button. Alright, and our multifunction controls over here. Over here we have our headlamp control. We've also got fog lamp control, turn indicator control, and high beam control. Over on the right hand side we have our wiper washer control for the front and rear wiper washer system. As stated before, it is a tilt and telescoping steering wheel. It is manually tilt and telescoping. But here we are presented with a brand new display. As you can see from this angle here, it is one huge touch screen. It's kind of what it looks like. It looks like it was lifted almost out of a higher end vehicle. So we have this really nice digital display here with these really cool old LCD font graphics. Fuel gauge right here, speedometer. We've also got our tachometer here, 1000 RPMs, and our battery charge level. We've got outside temperature display, our odometer, our drive conditions, EV ready lights, and everything else. We can look at some more menus here by pressing the menu button here and toggling through this button here. So we just have our trip meters here, accumulated info in our idle mode, and then navigation, engine temperature, and tire pressure, and our driver assist. And we also have a bunch of different sub-menus in here through the actual touchscreen itself. So we have driver attention warning, warning sound and haptics, driver safety, parking safety, all that kind of stuff. Alright, moving over the top of the dash, as you can see, it's a textured soft touch vinyl. We do have the Harman Kardon center point speaker up here. And that soft touch material goes all the way across the dash. And over here we do have this little inset area that has an illuminated little character lighting there. And we have our main display here. So right now we're actually just in the quiet mode. So just a nice little background. We have our navigation here. It's hard to see. And of course we have our date and time. And by swiping over, you'll see we have our apps. So we have our hybrid menu here that can show our average economy, electric motor use. And it gives a full graph as well. And then we can go to our map. Navigation menu for all the different sub-menus that you want to do. Phone projection, voice memo. Does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it's all wireless. We have our climate controls here. Valet mode, quiet mode, HD radio data, radio setup, media, Kia Connect, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a pretty good little system. Moving down, we have two air vents and our hazard warning flashers, and we have a couple of buttons here. So we have our audio controls here, volume and power. We've also got our climate control, so we have front and rear defrosters, auto climate, recirculate, and here we have our hotkeys for map, nav, and all that kind of stuff. and file and tune for the MP3 system. But does anybody remember the Nissan Juke? It had kind of a reconfigurable display from the sport gauges and then the radio. So here we're in the just basic controls, but if we want to go to climate, watch the screen. So everything here changes actually. So our volume controls now become climate control. So cool and hot for the driver and passenger. And then we have our panel distribution. All these stay the same over here. And we can do our fan speed here. We can set our temperature. Do driver only. That really comes in handy if you're the only driver. That will help your battery. We can sync the systems, do driver only. Only the air comes out of the driver's side. Fan speed selection here. Panel distribution here. That's a really cool little system here. And then we flip back to our nav, and it's back to the way it was. I like that. So down here, we have a 12-volt, 180-watt power outlet, a USB Type A, USB Type C, and our wireless charging mat. Down here, and this really nice knurled bezel, we have our engine start-stop button. We have heated seats right here, 3-stage, ventilated seats. Heated steering wheel, auto hold for the transmission. Over on the passenger side, the same thing, heated and ventilated seats, parking assist sensors, and our parking cameras. We've also have our electronic parking brake. Speaking of parking cameras, so we have just our adaptive cameras here. We have the back down, top down view, and just our back view. No front camera, and there's no blind spot cameras either. Alrighty, we do have a nice little dual tiered console here, cup holders, and by pressing these buttons here, they close up to let you have smaller cans or whatever, and some more open storage back here, and covered storage here. Nice padded armrest. So overall, I feel like the interior of this car is actually very well thought out. It's a very comfortable place to be. Very nice and quiet. Very well built. Overhead, we have an automatic dimming rearview mirror with 3-channel HomeLink universal garage door opener. We have emergency connect and Kia Connect. We've also got touch-sensitive LED overhead reading lights, a button for all area lighting, and our dome override, and our power sunroof control. Padded vinyl sun visors open up to reveal vanity mirrors, and up here we have a small little light. And of course the sun visors do swing out and they slide out on extension rails. We've also got high adjustable seat belts and dampened overhead assist handles. Alright, let's take a look at the rear seat now. Nice wide opening doors reveal a very roomy rear seat area. It is a 60/40 split folding seat that does seat 3 across. We have height adjustable seat or head restraints on all passenger seating areas, and we have the same perforated leatherette here. Overhead, we do have overhead assist handles. We've also got overhead reading lights. In the backs of the seats here, we have USB Type C chargers. Little hand grip there, or you can actually put like an iPad holder there. Seat back mat pockets. Rear positional climate vents, but no actual climate control. And we have a fold down center armrest. It's nice and padded and has 2 cup holders. Real quick look at the door panels here. They don't have the piano black like the front doors do, but it's still nice. It has soft touch cloth here, satin silver door pulls, power window switch, your Harman Kardon speakers, a little bottle holder here. And to fold the seats is very easy. You don't even have to remove the headrest. You can just lift up on this little seat back latch here The seatbelt guide keeps it out of the way of the pinch point, and it does fold flat level with the cargo floor in the back. Just a really well thought out interior in this car. Alright, there are a couple ways to open the rear liftgate. You can press and hold this button here. You can also go underneath the Kia logo here. There's a little membrane switch. You can just press that button there. Or you can take your key fob and you can press and hold the hatch release button. As you can see, it is a power opening hatch release. And what we see inside this car is a very, very cavernous, especially for its size, cargo area. It's a nice deep cargo area. It has a really nice carpeting here. Nice load flat floor. You do have some wheelhouse intrusion, but overall you're pretty well set up for a nice cargo area. Does have a single LED light here. And underneath the floor mat, you do have the amplifier and stuff for the Harman Kardon sound system and your tire inflation kit. Sadly, there's no spare tire, and some additional deep well hidden storage. You also have some tie down hooks back here as well. Now, there's no switch to actually fold these seats from the back, but it's close enough to where you could just reach. You can fold your seats just from back here, but you can't raise them back up from back here. But as you can see, with the seats folded, you do have a really nice amount of cargo space. And as I stated before, the seats do fold flat. And to close the hatch, just press this button here. Alright, and this does conclude our in-depth walk-around look at the 2023 Kia Niro hybrid electric vehicle SX Touring. We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and our Instagram channel at BrensoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.